Welcome to the Creepy Metal Podcast.
Hey everybody, it's Will.
Hello, I'm Stephanie.
Welcome to another episode of the Creepy Metal Podcast. This is episode 17. How are you guys doing there in Radio Land?
How are you doing? Well, let's ask, because we're always wondering how we're doing ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, how's the summer been going? Has everyone been partying, vacation? Are we having fun? Or, are we just kind of staying at the pool and, getting partying late and all that in the sauna? Not the pool. It's not as good. There's kids involved.
Yeah, especially here. Hey, we're in Huntington Beach, you guys, so thank you for joining us here. So what's your week been like, Steph? What's happening?
Well, we've got to get our projects together and we've got to get our life together. So I don't know about you, but my life is always messed up. I'm going to tell you real quick because Will actually was saying, I kind of feel for you, Steph. Like, it kind of sounds like people just draw onto you, but they're not in the good sense. So I literally am just going to a mall, getting the big parking that I'm doing, and all I'm doing is going to stop like a good citizen, which I'm trying to do really hard. Mm-hmm. And I got a woman kind of being a little bit honk, 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 that kind of thing. And I just put my arms, I go, well, I can't go anywhere. All of a sudden, she throws a drink at my car in the back.
That's some crazy shit.
Yeah, so then I have to endure that. And, then as soon as I have to get her license plate, because she's stupid, I hate to say it, put her down, but she pulls in front of me, and every time she stopped, I'm like, now I can take a picture of everything of you. Yeah.
So what did she do? What was this about? What transpired to?
Well, after I kind of was watching her and looking at how she was reacting, obviously she has an anger problem. Maybe she didn't get laid last night. I don't know. I think she really wasn't angry just towards me. I think she's taking it out on her personally. But all of a sudden, it's interesting. I noticed it's like a pink drink because I parked it after it. And I'm like, oh my God, there's what is it? I kept saying Pomeranian. It's not a dog. It's pog, do you know the terminology? Pog, but it's like like some kind of seeds. And it was pink and she threw it, so it's all over my car, all over. So I just kind of go, and then I call the police and, of course the guy is really young and he's hot and he's kind of trying to be serious, but he's going, so do you want to press charges or what, I go, yes I do, do. So yeah, he was real nice. He goes, well, she's a hit and run. It's illegal throwing things. So please, everyone, don't throw anything, even a water bottle, because I looked it up. In California, actually.
Wait, you can't throw a water bottle?
At a car. It will literally go, it's illegal. I had to look it up because I'm kind of maybe I'm making this a little stupid.
I'm not saying I did that, but...
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I may have known someone who's...
Nobody just,
may have known...
called the police on you.
May have known someone,
So try to withhold throwing anything,
Yeah.
You don't want to get into this predicament.
Yeah, wow, that is some crazy stuff. And all this was over parking, or what was this over?
Just a parking thing. So it was just, that's the way it is. You gotta go with the flow. Yes, you want to hurry. It's like in traffic. I don't know if anyone knows the California 405 or a 5 highway. You could be going 80 and then boom, you're stopped. So you got to prepare for this crap. It's crazy. It's always a crash. There's always a crash.
And I've noticed with you tend to have a lot of vehicle and random weird assaults.
It's true. People are always hitting me or they're throwing things. It's okay. Because I've actually been wow, I get it. I used to be, but I don't want to get into the road rage because you know what's happened. How many times have you read somebody just got a gun, came after you, and shot you. Now, back in my day, I didn't think of that, but I got to be honest, right in college, I really did do that. I was like, the guy was being an asshole going onto a highway, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to drive slow. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, I'm going to do whatever I want. Well, he started cutting me over on the highway so severely, I almost hit, the highway rail. Wow. And I just go, oh yeah? So he pulls over, I pull over, I go, come on, bring it on. And then I see he's coming with a gun.
What?
I go, because I was with a friend, I go, you know what? We'll let him win. He's going to win. All right, let's get the hell out of here. And that's what, so that was back in the day, a long time ago. So now, don't ever underestimate. Seriously, so.
Wow.
Yep, that's what happens. Be careful, all right? Just be careful and just now, I just let people go. Except for her, right? I know. You're saying like, no, you didn't let her just go. But yeah, try really hard.
That is nuts.
Be safe.
Wow.
All right. So,
and then we're doing we have an audio interview with Raquel Figlo coming up here in just a minute.
Great.
So you'll be seeing some stuff with that. Awesome PR person here, located in Huntington Beach, Long Beach area.
Neighbor I didn't know of.
Yeah. Very nice lady.
Yeah,
very informative. She works with a lot of bands. And then she has a lot of other interests that she does, so hang out for the audio part of this.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Let's do it.
It's pretty good. Any other stuff going on? What's up with rock news? How's you said you're working on a writing project.
No, you know what? Remember I did the rocking, and you actually was saying the guy from Whitesnake, he's passed away.
Oh, Great Way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Russell. Jack Russell passed away from Great Way. Yeah, that was just this past week.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, 63 years old. I mean, he had a lot of health issues. A lot of health issues the last part of his life. His wife's a nurse, and she helped him with.
Oh, wow. Boy, did he get a good one, right?
Right.
Give him credit.
Right, but there was a lot of health issues. There was a lot of stuff going on with him, and his body just gave out. So what do you do? That's horrible. But yeah,
Jack Russell dies at 63. So, I mean, one thing you want to know is every time I see that, because I did have a cousin, Kristen Sanders, she passed away.
Condolences.
I guess 2 or 3 weeks ago. So you've got to really, she died at 43. And then I just sit here and go,
that's just so young.
Oh my God,
so
yeah, anything could happen. So just always make sure if you want to be a rock star, get your ass out there and do it. You gotta love it. Do what you want to do. Don't keep procrastinating. Get out there and really say, I'm gonna do. This is what I wanted to do it. Because you don't know. You don't know. Tomorrow could be it.
That's true. I think you definitely have to do that. And we're having some good luck with our band. We got a lot of good things coming up. A lot of good stuff. We just can't share about it just yet, but we, we're with.
Look, Phantom Fire up. That's our band.
That's right.
Phantom Fire. Don't set your hair on fire.
Yeah, we got a new video coming up here next month, so you'll be seeing that. Anything else going on? I saw a couple of tours that are coming up. We got Coal Chamber coming up on Saturday, August 24th.
Ooh,
so that's going to be a cool thing.
Awesome.
Mastodon and Lamb of God with Kerry King.
Mastodon?
Yep, August 21st. Sammy Hagar. I'm going to go see that one.
Sammy!
Yep. Go Core.
Core?
That's your favorite Go Core.
Yeah.
Stone Temple Pilots is starting August 13th.
STP. I always thought it was, the oil or something for the.
You mean it's
motors.
not?
Yeah. STP.
And then we got Def Leppard and Journey, and who's the other guy?
Def Leppard.
Journey and Steve Miller.
Steve Miller Band.
That's right. That's starting Sunday, August 25th of this month. What else is going on?
Yeah. What about you?
Me? Just work. Work, writing new music, trying to write stuff with her. Let's see, we're doing a music video, so more stuff with her. And then we're doing some interviews. Yeah, we're going to be doing a video for one of our tracks. So that's pretty cool. Let me see what else. Waiting for my dog's flea medicine to show up.
2 dogs. 2 fleas.
2 fleas. Yeah.
2 fleas or not 2 fleas? That's the question.
That's some bullshit.
Oh.
I hate waiting for dogs.
It's really bad in summertime.
It is really bad because your dog has that too, right?
Yep.
How do you deal with that? How do you deal with?
I don't like doing the liquid or whatever, so
Right.
I always do the chewables.
And which one do you go with?
Can't pronounce it, but I think it's like Capstar or something like
Capstar.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going with some Trio, so whatever works for you guys. But how's if you got pets? Let us know what you guys do, especially during the summer. Different parts of the country. You have whatever. I live in a very cool beach area, so I don't know. How do you guys do it? Yeah. Let's see what else is going on. Let me see. Learning how to communicate better. I am trying really hard to do that, guys.
He just tells it like it is. If you're wondering, I don't get what he's getting. He just tells it like it is. Then I'm the type of person that just like doesn't tell it like it is because I don't like to hurt people. I like kind of just to have fun and happiness. But it's true. You got to find a 50-50 of yourself. Like it really, can you handle being just loyal or not lying or something like that? But then you got to, try to keep people happy. I always do. I don't know. So it's a different way.
As she scoots away. Yeah, I struggle with. Wow. Yeah, so I thought I was communicating. Wow. Well, there you are, guys. So I try to I think I communicate well, but I guess not so much. So I've been really trying. Anybody you guys struggle with that too? You have people in your life and you think you're communicating pretty good, and then you don't. What's that like for you guys? Is that stressful? Is it like, do you just say fuck it, go your own way, whatever? Because most of the time, I'll be honest, I probably would, but there's certain people are important to me, and I don't want to lose that. So, how about you? Do you ever struggle with that? Do you ever struggle with communicating with? No, nothing ever.
I go with the flow, which is wrong, but no, like I just think, especially like working with a band, or if you're working with your business or your family, you kind of want to try to make people feel special. We all want to make us feel special, right? We love when somebody gives some kind of, positiveness, or everyone loves when say, oh wow, you're wonderful, or oh wow, you're great. I think you really need to give everyone that credit instead of worrying too much about, oh, what are you going to do for me? So I think if everybody just kind of tries to listen, that's one thing I really, really had to change was I actually am not quiet, believe it or not. So my problem was I talk
quiet. Quiet. I would never assume.
I talk too much, and I had to learn myself. You gotta listen, because I can't wait to give you my 2 cents. If you bring up anything, I'll just go, oh yeah, oh my god, and then this happened to me, and this is about me. And so all of a sudden, I notice people scoot away.
Notice, guys, she's moving away, not me. I didn't do
So
nothing.
that's what happens, because people really, if they're talking about things, even if you relate to it or you've happened with it, it's like, oh my god, I want to get my 2 cents in. Some people don't want to hear that. They just want to vent, or they just want to talk about them, not listen about Stephanie, what she did and what happened to her. So it's one thing I backed out a lot of. Zip, zip.
See, I don't know that part because you used to tell me all this stuff, so I don't know that part where you don't say stuff.
I try to be listener.
However, I struggle with patience, I've been told, and going too fast.
Yeah.
going too fast and
running it, baby, running it.
so for me, this has been a struggle. But I think I did pretty good week 1, or at least I've been told, right?
Yeah.
So week 1 was okay. I'm gonna do my best for week 2 and just keep doing it. But yeah, this has been very hard for me, guys. Have you ever?
Feel for him. Feel for him. Give him some love.
Yeah. So I'm doing that. Yeah. So that's what we have going on. How do you guys do it in bands? Do you guys ever have any weird stuff?
Conflict.
We heard a story yesterday. So we did a show in Pomona, California, and we're not going to say the band or anything like that, but there was a gentleman who was let go from his band, and the band was on the same bill after him. And then what was that story?
Yeah, so I mean, we just walked in. It was early, 7 o'clock, setting up and getting there, and there was a birthday party for Dilly.
Dilly Briggs.
Yeah,
we'll go over that next week.
Yeah, you get to interview with her.
Yep.
It was awesome. She's great, and I just felt there was a guy just by himself. He performed, sang, he was by himself. So I always give people credit like that because I don't know if I could do that. And I did give him the 2 cents and say, hey, you did great, like what you did. So of course he was thinking all negative and I sucked and the microphone didn't sound good and this didn't sound good. I said, no, what you did was phenomenally outstanding, like really it was. And he goes, you know what, I really appreciate that because this band you're listening to right now, that used to be my band. And I'm the one that did the lyric. I made the songs and everything, and they're using it on me.
So messed
and I said,
up.
I don't understand. Like, why aren't you there? And he goes, well, because I had a knee replacement.
Okay.
And because they were saying, so how long is it going to take you to get recovering? And he kind of goes, well, I don't know, but it's painful. And he goes, well, we're going to gigs. We're going places. So we can't just sit here and wait for you.
Wow.
And he's like, well, I think we can a couple months at least, because now, doing a knee replacement is a lot faster than it used to be. Mm-hmm. But no, they said, well, I guess it's not going to work out. So I felt bad for him.
That's awful.
Yeah. But hopefully, one thing, if you do read from that and learn, is that's fine. You got to just check mark that off, and then you need to go and find the right people. Because obviously they aren't a great team or a great member. And you know what? Just get over it and just really get stronger and get another band. And then when you are headliner and another band and you see those guys who dissed him and left him, be like,
yeah.
Just go ahead, look at me. Okay, so that's what you need to do. Don't ever just absorb it. Because I felt he was really sad about it.
Yeah, I didn't get to know him that well. Wow, that's horrible.
So that's just something to learn from,
Yeah.
Get stronger.
But just like screwing him over and then playing his music, knowing he's before you.
Yeah.
That's wrong. That's.
Watch that bad karma.
Yeah, that's just some cold shit right there. I'm sorry.
But that is usually what LA is all about in bands. It is very hard. I think we were talking to recordings, that we're trying to get involved in, and we were looking at a videographer. We're asking him like, hey, can we do sponsorship and everything? And then all of a sudden he goes, well, I only did it once, and I had another band that I was working with them. And then we're like, oh, really? And he's telling us all about it. And it's like, wow, this sounds great. Okay, well, maybe we can get in this. And we're like, so what happened? Like, you're still with them. Like, how is it successful? Is it, like, how long were you there? And all of a sudden was, well, it only lasted a couple months. And I'm like, oh, well, what happened? And, of course, I'm thinking they must be doing something bad. And then all of a sudden he goes, well, the singer died.
Oh yeah, diversity of one.
And I'm just like sitting here going, what?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like maybe it just didn't work out, or maybe they just came with another D or something. And he's like, no, the singer just had a heart attack, and
yeah,
we had to stop it.
Yeah, that was
like, oh,
diversity of one from Santa Cruz. No. from Sacramento. That's Diversity One from Sacramento. Yeah. Their singer died. That was a few years ago. I remember
the guy
that.
was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even thinking that," or like the band members quit or something. I'm literally thinking, "Oh, maybe the sponsorship wasn't that great," you know? No, he died.
Yeah, I remember that. We'd actually done the last show with that band. I had booked him for a gig, and the singer was super cool.
Yeah, I think he was doing really well, right?
Yeah, rap, metal. He was.
Awesome.
Probably wasn't the healthiest person. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Was not
well,
watching.
Let's look at Jelly Roll.
Right. Yeah. That's dangerous ground too. You know. I don't know if you could live that way.
After a while.
Yeah, for a while.
Catches up on you, believe me.
Yeah, and we want them to stay healthy too. So Jelly Roll, please take care of your health, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, but yeah, this guy passed away 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, it was awful.
So sad.
Right. So we're gonna start this interview with Raquel Figlo.
Yay!
Hopefully you'll like it, you guys. A lot of good, interesting stuff. And then we'll catch you on the backside. We'll see how this goes, and yeah. Hey guys, we are back here for the interview for today, and we got a special interview with Miss Raquel Figlo. Am I pronouncing that correct?
You did.
Awesome. Wow. Hey, yeah, so we're taking off from the other segment we just did with Stephanie, and we are talking to this nice lady here. She's got so much going on. Raquel does PR for the entire United States, but guess what? She is based out of Huntington Beach in Southern California. Wow.
I'm South OC, but I love Huntington. On my way to Huntington today because it's the U.S. Open of Surfing.
Awesome. Hey, so you've been doing this for a while. Everything I've been reading about, you've been doing this for about 15, 20 years. Is that right?
It is.
Awesome. Awesome. And so did you go to school for journalism, or what did you go to school for?
To Cal State Fullerton, and went for my undergraduate. Got my master's degree there. I loved it so much. I got my degree in communications with the emphasis in advertising.
Is that right?
I felt like advertising. Well, I wanted to be in advertising in the first place, but I learned a lot about branding, and what I think helped me with PR is the other side, right? The branding of companies, everything that has to go with your self-image, your brand image, customer loyalty, and all that. But PR, I'm a self-made promoter. I feel that was what I needed to get into. So the career I pursued.
That is amazing. And so, did you have to do internship hours for that, or was it just a degree? Or I imagine with the master's there must have been some type of training, right? Or how did that go?
Actually a pretty cool story. I think it's a pretty cool story. Well, after high school, I always got good grades. I really enjoyed academics. I thought it was just fun, Anyways, after high school, I went to college, Cal State Fullerton, and in between finishing my bachelor's degree, when I finished my bachelor's degree, I got an internship. I met this guy. I always seem to meet people at parties, but I met this guy at a party, and he said he knew someone at Interscope Records, and I was telling him I wanted to get in the music industry. Right. And I don't know, you know what? Sometimes you just got to give things a chance. One thing I always promote is saying yes to opportunities, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna, give this guy the benefit of the doubt, and he was like, yeah, I'll hook you up with this guy at Interscope. I don't know how long it was until he did, but he ended up connecting me to this guy at Interscope Records. I'm just going to leave names out, but he was a pretty big deal there. And I got an internship at Interscope Records in my 20s, and it was awesome. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. I still live in Orange County. I love Orange County. And I would drive to LA, and I went to the Interscope office. I think at that time it was still in Santa Monica. I don't know, this is like 20 years ago, more than 20 years. And I was in the rap department.
Really? Because I thought you were like 27 years old, Raquel. Wait a minute. Did you start college when you were 7?
I look like it. Thank you. Just kidding. So I did an internship in the rap department, and
wow.
went to all these really cool concerts, saw Eminem, this band called Eclipse, and I can't remember the other bands, but it was really, really cool.
Right.
And my dad was like, do you want to get your master's? I will pay for it now, or you can pay for it on your own later.
Wow, that's great.
And it's, my dad, my family's so supportive. And, well, anyways, the costing, and of course I said yes. I was like, no way, I'm going to pay for it later. So I stopped working at Interscope, but I did remain friends with a lot of people there, even till today, because that's just the kind of person I am. And I went and got my master's in communications, and I'm glad I did.
Wow, that's an amazing story. So you kept all those contacts, you were able to do your hours, and...
Yeah.
Wow. And so after you got your degree, did you go right into starting your own business, or did you kind of find what you were looking for with other businesses after you accomplished that degree, or what happened?
Sure. Well, my father and my mother, they had their own company, and I guess I grew up with just, watching them work hard, obviously, but then it's, getting off earlier or finishing when they wanted to. Kind of, it was like the entrepreneurial life, and they made their own rules and they did it. And so I always was kind of, I think, somewhere in the back of my head, influenced by that. But when I got out of college, well, from my undergraduate to my master's, I went straight. So during that 3 months, I did my internship at Interscope and went directly into my master's program. And then after my master's program, I was looking for work, and it was, kind of difficult, I guess. I don't know, if they didn't have the experience that they were looking for, because I was in school the whole time. And I was lucky enough to never have to work. So, during going to school.
Oh, you didn't have to work at all?
No, I worked for my dad. He made me work at his office, which was good. And
wow, that must be nice. Most people got to work and, work full time and go to school and do hours. Wow.
OC life, what can I say? But
you lucked out.
To make up for it, my grade point average is a 3.8, and I was very studious, so I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, I went straight and I finished my degree. I did summer school and winter school. It was no joke. My dad was like, "You're finishing this and you're going, you're getting a job." But I have always worked for myself. Thanks to God and my parents. I just when I couldn't find a job, I had odd jobs here and there, but I started doing some pro bono work for nonprofits, and I did get paid a little here and there, but yeah, I started my business. I've had several different names, but I've always done PR. At the end of the day, I was always promoting an event. I was always promoting some kind of brand, and so the college really paid off.
I think that's so amazing. I also am self-employed too. I think there's something about, and I don't know, maybe you've seen it too. When we see people, and I know you can relate to this, when we see people kind of putting their effort out, making everything a go of their own, not having to depend on someone else. I don't know, I kind of respect that. When you see that with like a band or an artist or anyone, can you see that like, hey, this person's, they're putting in the effort, they're doing it. What are your thoughts on that?
100%. That's why I represent bands. I have this soft spot for bands and what they do, and trying to make it get their music heard. When I was younger, I love music, and I started playing the piano when I was 7, the guitar when I was 13.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about that. Right.
We were. And there's a big difference about playing, which I enjoyed. I can read music. I can read actual notes, but there's a difference between a musician and someone who plays, and so I was just always infatuated by it. I'm not a musician, but I worship music and musicians, and I have instruments, and I can dabble, and I can still play if I wanted to. If I practice, I'd probably be good, but so anyways, that's why I do what I do, because I highly respect what musicians do.
Wow. That is great. So tell me about the piano playing. What were you into? Were you just doing like rudimentary stuff? Were you playing, I don't know, some Elton John, or what were you kind of into with that? Because I know you have a varied interest everyone in Radioland. This is Raquel Figlo, PR person. But we're talking about other aspects of what she likes to do. So we're talking about her, her other interests, piano playing, exercise, all that other stuff, because I think that's really important. What kind of piano were you into? Had you gotten to that point?
Yeah, I started when I was 7. My neighbor was a piano teacher, and my mom, she said, she bought me a piano and said, you got to start learning to play it. And I learned a lot of classical stuff. I learned theory and actually learning notes and scales, how to actually play the piano. And I didn't learn the Elton John. It was more like Beethoven. I think Beethoven's the most I know out of anything. My favorite song is Moonlight Sonata, and I can still play that. But without practice, you kind of forget. But when I sit down and I play around with my guitar, it kind of comes back to me too. And
Raquel, you're missing out. You got.
I've been lazy. I'm tired. I'm doing PR for all these bands. No, I was kidding. I need to. I'm staring at my guitars right now in my room. I got my Fender, Mexican made in Mexico when I was 14. I'm looking at that one on my Fender Strat, the 40-year anniversary edition Sunburst, which is American made, and they're so beautiful, and they just hang in my room.
Could you take a picture of those for me? I'd like to post them during this interview when we get this rolling. I'd love to let everyone see what you have for that. And the thing is, so many guitar players and musicians. I mean, you probably know a couple of hundred, and you haven't played any music for them, or?
They come to my house and they play my guitars, and I can't say any names, but I've had some of the biggest rock stars come over and play my guitars.
But you don't play?
I'm not gonna play, but I can play it's not the way you guys play. I could play something and you guys could be like, oh, that sounds cool. What I'd be playing, but
right.
Anyways.
I mean, not like Spanish Fly from Van Halen or nothing like that, but I'm sure,
Oh yeah, I can play Nirvana songs, I can play. Well, I still remember my skills are, I can play my scales. Oh, a lot of Ozzy. So when I first started playing, obviously, Black Sabbath songs. I can play Black Sabbath songs and Nirvana, because that's what I was into.
Raquel, you got to play some. You're going to have to play
I got to get off my house and play. I know. You're right. All right. You're motivating me, calling me out.
Well, I think that's amazing that you have focused on your business, but then you have these other skills, too, and interests and loves and whatnot. So
I got you.
Right, and so everyone who wants to check Raquel out, the website is raquelfiglo.com, correct?
Yep, that's exactly it.
So Figlo. If you guys are interested, please check her out. There's so much to learn about her, the bands that she works with, the artists that she works with. A lot of different businesses that are associated with that, magazines, record labels, other PR firms. That's super important. So going back to your business here, what do you think? Because I've known quite a few PR people in my time. I've been doing the music thing for a bit, and it is just, I think, from the artist perspective, it's been a mixed bag. I'm serious, and here's where here's where the mixed bag is that a lot of people say they'll promise you something, and then they don't deliver, and then maybe 2 or 3 years into it, then that PR person is gone. They're gone wherever they go. And I know artists. I'm sure you've had artists tell you that as well. Like, hey, we tried this person and we got burned, and this and that and the other. How have you been able to keep that integrity with your business to be going so long?
I run into this a lot, and it sucks. But it's just, I guess it's just the way. It's just business. It's the way. It's how some people are. It's not person. It's not necessarily every publicist. Well, I am very transparent and very hands-on with my clients. I tell PR is not a guarantee, but these are the things that you're going to get when you work with me. You're going to get a bio. If you already have one, I'll help redo it, right, or help rewrite it. You're going to get a press release. I'm going to send you a list of all the people I'm distributing to. and I'm going to let you know what they say, whether it's good or bad. A lot of bands don't like that. Everybody thinks that their music's the best and perfect and whatnot. You're going to get, also I add other things into it, like social media, or I have a social media package, you know, but I give you an ebook, I give you a hashtag book. And I'm very again, the transparency is the key. PR is not guaranteed again, but I've been doing this for so long, you're going to get some press. One thing I'm really good at, I've made really great relationships with media outlets, and you're going to get interviews. And these interviews that are on Zoom or even like this, you can cut up into your social media. So you're going to get you're going to get an ROI in the sense of like you're going to get exposure, but you're also going to get tangible things that you can use for other things, whether it's, you know, your social media presence or, you know, for your website or whatnot. But you need to start somewhere, and it builds traction. PR doesn't happen over time. I mean, it doesn't happen right away. It happens over time, right? So we're going to do a 3-month package and be like, okay, this is where we're at. What do we need to do next? But I'm pretty hands-on. It's very white gloves, and I like doing that. And then also, you know what? Maybe your song, like, I don't know, everybody wants Metal Injection or those big publications. Well, let's, you know, I reach out to them, and I do get sometimes responses. And like I said, I let the bands know. But if you're not there, they're always looking for something. And so I will tell the band exactly what these outlets are looking for. And it might not be it might not be your song. Maybe your song's, like, not that great, but you're going to get press with me because it is. And I wouldn't work with a band if I didn't believe I could get them something. But I'll be, hey, you know what? Maybe your next song maybe it's missing A, B, and C. And I'll tell you an example. I have a band that just put out a song, and I submitted it to some curators, and they're like, this song, you know, how's it good guitar riff? How's it good in this? But the vocals are weak. And I am not that publicist that's going to go and tell my clients, sugarcoat anything. I'm like, hey, this was one opinion, but so is this one. They're saying the same thing. Maybe you got to work on it. Musicians, not everyone, but even humans, we take things so, you know, we can't take things so hard. We have to take that constructive criticism and do better next time, if that makes sense. Maybe they like their song, but I'm thinking I want to help them to make their songs even better. Does this kind of make sense? It kind of sounds harsh, but I'm very transparent, and I'll let them know what people are saying.
I think that's amazing. Oh, wow, you're so awesome. Oh, my God. The reason I say that is because, you know, let's admit it. If you didn't care, you wouldn't say anything. And I think that goes for most people. If I didn't care about the artist or the client, I just wouldn't say anything. I'd just take your money and, well, too bad. But, you know, you care enough to say, hey, you know, besides the money and besides this and that, I care about your product and I want you to hear this. Now, what you do with it is up to you, but I'm telling you because I want you to be better players and have a better product so you can succeed. That's awesome, Raquel.
Well, we also live in a society where we can't say anything to anyone. Do you think everyone told me when I first started my business, yes, go do it, you're going to be great? No, I still did it. A lot of people cheered me on, but I just feel we live in a society where everyone has to be like, yeah, everything's great, and it's not, you know? But yeah, don't do what you want to do with it. But you're still going to get press with me. There will never be a time, and I will guarantee this, that you are not going to get some kind of press.
I admire that, you know, that you stuck with this for so long because, yeah, you're right. I mean, just trying to get started in, you know, Los Angeles County, I'm sure that wasn't easy for you at first, right? People were telling you no, or you can't do it, or, you know, maybe there was competition.
To get started, the job was kind of difficult, and that's why I started doing pro bono work. And that pro bono work, working for nonprofits and joining organizations, got me the experience I needed. But I'm just a hustler, and I don't know, I got a good personality, and I just got my business started and was like, you know, also, I mean, there's a bunch of steps to get to where I was today, and we didn't really cover it, but I guess, long story short.
Make it. Okay. I want to know. I want to know. Everyone wants to know. Okay, we covered, you know, kind of the education. We covered some of the family history, which is great. But yeah, what were those early influences? Tell me. We want to know.
Sure. So this was it. So again, guys. I met another guy at a party who told
Lots of
me
guys.
about the job. It's music, the music industry, the entertainment industry. More women need to speak up, and that's why I do these interviews for myself, because being a female in this industry, it's run by a lot of men. There are a lot of women, and I don't know if a lot of them, do. I'm sure they do, but anyways, I hope I can represent the women in the industry too. But yes, there's lots of guys in the music industry. So this one promoter was like, "There's a job opening," and he knows who he is. I'll send this interview to him, and he was like, "There's a job opening up at the Key Club on Sunset Boulevard, and you should apply for it. My friends are the owners." So I did, and it was a job position for an event manager. I was highly recommended, got referred, and I got the job. And even though it was an hour away, let's just say the pay was, beginning pay, I knew if I took this job, it would change my life, and it did.
Wow.
I ended up meeting everyone in the industry that, I feel matters. Like, I was going to all these shows, meeting musicians, meeting industry people, actually hanging out. And from there, months into it, right, I meet this magazine called Rock and Roll Industries Magazine, I'm still very good friends with.
Mm-hmm.
And they offered me, to write for the magazine. And that was like my next moment, my next big moment, from Interscope to, Masters to Sunset Boulevard to writing for a published magazine that's in Barnes & Noble and Guitar Center nationwide. I started interviewing all the bands that I already made friends with, years of going to shows. So after that ended, or during that time, that's when I started my PR company. And bands knew me, but obviously nobody knew I could do PR. So I started off doing PR for like $150, $500, and it went up from there.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's my story.
Wow.
So yeah, so it took from graduating at 25 to where I am now. And I'm still learning, and I'm still growing, and there's so much more I want to accomplish.
Have you seen a transition with women in rock, let's say, when you started 15, 20 years ago, and now? Have you seen an evolution of some of that? The reason I ask is everyone who listens to our program knows that I'm in a band called Phantom Fire, and we have a female singer. And I just want, Hey, and then what did you? Have you seen an evolution of things, or has it gotten better, worse? What are your thoughts on that?
Sure. There's always been women in music. That's the thing. And I kind of said it is male dominated, but there's a lot of strong women. Some of the best publicists out there are females. And I think, through social media, the growth of social media, you're starting to see them a lot more. They're showing their opinions a lot more, because there's things like Twitch. Oh my gosh, what was that other one? There was another
TikTok
platform. Well, TikTok, actually a lot of women,
Reddit.
All of that stuff. I can't think of it. Oh, Club something. But anyways, there are women in it, and I think they're coming out a lot more. Same with female fronted bands, and men are. And I used to hear, like maybe they don't like a band that has a female lead singer, but now that's changing. There's so many more coming out, or more making a voice because of social media. You're seeing them a lot more. But women have always been there. I just think now they're just being seen more. And myself, I've always got myself interviews, because that's how I get my, credibility and everything, and exposure. Right. I think that's what I do for my bands, right?
Right.
But, there's a lot of females in there, and like I said again, anyway, social media, and also maybe they're just more wanting to speak up. But, and also think a lot of women are more now inspired to get involved in the music industry.
Yeah, I wonder, because I think of the older veterans, Joan Jett, Lita Ford, Pat Benatar,
They're still prevalent.
Oh yeah, and then I think of what is it? What is that? Spirit? Oh gosh, the name of the
Spirit Box. Spirit Box rules.
Yeah, Spirit Box. Yeah. They have a young singer. I think of younger female fronted bands like that. Liliac, that's another one. Yeah, I just think like as a as a PR person, have you seen that transition? And it sounds like
So,
they're
well, you were asking two things. One, like behind the scenes in the music industry professionally, they're starting to speak up more. Younger female bands, yes, they're being inspired more, and a lot are coming out, and you're seeing a lot more because of social media. That's what I wanted to say. Sure.
wow, wow, wow. That is great. And it's so important that that women have a voice in the industry where it's it has been male dominated for so long. And that's awesome that you help everybody. It doesn't matter. I think that's great.
Yeah, a lot of the bands I started with, I worked with a lot of female-fronted bands. I actually pride myself as helping female-fronted bands and female businesses. And now, I mean, obviously everyone, but I work with a lot of women, and I work with people. How about that?
That's great. That's great. So, other aspects of your life. What do what do do you have other things that you enjoy? We know you like music, piano. We know you like guitar. You're gonna take some pictures for us. I'm gonna post them up here.
Yeah.
Should be cool to hear you play. Just
Oh
saying.
my goodness. Yeah,
Just saying.
maybe our next interview, I'm going to have to practice a little bit more.
Well, this has been an amazing interview. I got to say, I don't know if we're going to be able to cover everything. I'd like to see if we can maybe do a part 2 with you.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? Actually, you know what? Music takes up so much of my life because on my free time, I like going to shows and I like live music. But, I also, I'm taking up dance classes. I can do the salsa and the cha-cha, and I can waltz.
Wow.
That's really fun to do.
So tell us about
And,
that.
I work out.
Now, how long have you been doing dance, and what inspired you to kind of get involved with that?
I've been doing it for a year now, and honestly, another publicist. I have mentors. I mean, there's so many aspects to my life. So when I got out of college, I joined a lot of associations and organizations, and a lot of them were PR and advertising. I sat on boards, and I met this incredible mentor who I still talk to now.
Wow.
She's probably 30 years my senior.
Is that right?
She took up dance classes near my house in Orange County, and they look like fun, and also look like something I should know how to do, right? As just being a well-rounded person, know how to actually dance. So, not just dance on the dance floor like at a club, like really know how to dance. And I've always wanted to learn to waltz, so I took up dance class lessons, and it's been really fun.
That is awesome. Is there a particular style of dance you like, or does you just like to move? Or
I mean, like I said, I wanted to learn to do the waltz because I love thrash metal. I'm a big thrash metal in the pit kind of girl. Maybe not so much anymore, but that's where I started. And even though I love all that, I love princess dance, and I wanted to learn to dance like I was floating, like in those romantic movies. That was my started dancing. And yeah, I'm a total girly girl. And my favorite color's pink.
is it?
Bunnies all over my bedroom. I have real bunnies. My bedroom is like a lavender color.
That's right. I saw one of your Instagram posts. Bunnies. Okay.
It's so opposite.
How did you get into bunnies? You gotta say, how did that happen? Cats, dogs. Everybody I know has a cat or a dog. Bunnies. I think you're the second person I know with a bunny. How did that happen?
That's so cool. Oh goodness, I don't even know how to well, one, I love bunnies ever since I was little. Like bunnies are so cute, and I like bunnies, stuffed animals. But I'm always on the move. I couldn't take the responsibility of handling a dog. You got to take him for walks. You have to be there for the dog. I can't just leave it at home. Cats kind of the same thing, right? And bunnies are kind of easy to manage, and they're super cute and adorable. And I've always wanted a pet. I never had one until, I don't know, I guess I was 42 when I got my first rabbit.
Never?
But yeah, they're
when you
low
were
maintenance.
Even when you were little?
I had dogs when I was little, but that wasn't mine. It was a family dog, right? But
okay.
I don't know. I'm always on the move, and I think it's a shame when you have an animal and you can't give it 110% attention. You have to be there for the dog. You can't leave it. Bunnies are kind of like cats. You can leave it with food and water. Not for too long, obviously, but
Yeah.
yeah, like I needed a pet that I'm able to go and live my life, which is fast paced all the time. I actually enjoy staying home on the weekends. I'm usually home.
Oh, really?
And,
So even though you're
yeah.
doing all this traveling and work and events, you
I'm
still...
going out right now. Yeah.
Wow.
My best time I like watching, TV and hanging out at home. I've been doing this for a while now, so
Right.
I pick and choose what I do. I would have came and seen you today.
Oh, no worries.
In LA, but
Oh, thank you.
rabbits are low maintenance and they're adorable. And
Right.
they're low maintenance in the sense of like feeding them, but they're high maintenance. I like there for my rabbits. The food's expensive, their vet bills are expensive. They need attention, but
Right.
They're not something I have to go take for a walk or anything.
That's great that you keep some balance in your life, because I've known we know a lot of the same people, and it seems like I think the long game is to have that balance. Is talking to if you guys in Radio Land listened to 2 shows ago, we did an interview with Nathan Young, and that's someone we both know. Yeah, and he, a couple of years ago, he had been talking about how he had quit drinking, and he has more balance in his life, more family time, and I think for a lot of people who are in this field, in the music field, you really need to have some balance. You can't be going 100 miles an hour every day.
You know what? I agree with that 100%. The only good thing COVID did to me was give me balance. I was gone out of my house all the time before, like going to every show, like you have to be everywhere all the time. You don't. And during COVID, I kind of, one day I woke up, I always wake up at like 5 a.m.
Right.
And I was like, dude, why am I waking up at 5? I do not have to wake up at 5. Like, COVID kind of slowed things down, and work was a little slow, but I did pivot into the cannabis industry. I'll tell that story a little later.
Right.
And so, yeah, I was still working, but I was waking up at, like, a normal time, like 8, 9, and just kind of realizing I have to, there were things I needed to do in my house, like to take care of myself. I organized every single drawer in my closet, in my bedroom, in my kitchen. I threw away so much stuff that I didn't need, and I wasn't going to LA every other day. And I just realized I don't have to. Right.
Yeah, you definitely need to have balance. I think that's so important for anyone in any field. Don't make yourself crazy trying to get that buck or fame or whatever. I mean, you got to have some balance. You got to, recharge those batteries, find that balance somewhere. If it's dancing like Raquel or bunnies or whatever it happens to be. Like me, I love to work out, so I do weightlifting, I do hiking. So yeah, I got to. I mean, I got to do something every day. Even though I work, I got to keep that balance, because we'll get squirrely. I start thinking some bad thoughts if I don't take care of myself.
Well, that's kind of what I was trying to say, about that time. I took that after COVID. I'm like, you know what? I need to go work out, and I'm going to take that hour to work out. My clients are still going to be there. I'm still going to get it done.
Yep.
I don't have to, what is that? Sacrifice working out because I need that 1 hour. It's just 1 hour of your day. 1 hour out of your day to go to the gym, or go with my personal trainer, which I have now, or, go for that walk, which I did this morning. It's like, my clients are, as long as I get the job done, that's all that matters.
Wow. And so you had talked about the dancing. What do you do for exercise? What do you like to do?
I started lifting weights. Like what you're saying, I have my personal trainer, and all that, weightlifting, or just I'm not using the machines, but yeah, that kind of stuff.
So you switch
I was
up
in this women's gym too.
So you switch up between weights and machines.
Well, mostly, yeah, weights are like these bands, but I do that in cardio. I do cardio every day. I have like a walking pad if I can't make it outside. So I make sure I walk, and then I got my trainer 3 times a week.
There are some awesome trails down there too. Oh my! I didn't think there would be trails, but Yeah, I went a few times with my singer, and it's like, oh my God, there's some actual, wow, there's some like 2-hour
Oh,
trails
Orange
that like,
County? Oh, yeah.
yeah, you wouldn't think so, but yeah,
For
some of these
sure.
little hidden hills and mountains that are
That's so
kind of
cool.
deep in a valley. It's like, oh my God, yeah, that's amazing. Wow. So
Cool.
you do cardio and you do the weightlifting and some bands and also uh, the machines.
Yes.
Which one do you
I don't like
prefer?
it.
Do you prefer weights to cardio or what do you like to do?
I don't, actually with the trainers, I guess like the machines, like I like to lift. I don't like super heavy. I don't even know what, but I like to lift because you need strength. So
Right.
there's a lot of strength in me, and it's fun. I don't even know. I haven't been into it with the trainer that long to know what everything is, but I have been working with trainers, semi-personal training for like the last year and a half, and I'm going to continue it because it's fun, and I want to get really strong and mostly fit or strong than anything else.
Well, you already look fit. I mean, how much more
Thank
fit?
you.
What are you gonna get like?
I get strong, maybe not muscles, but just strong. I don't know, whatever that means.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
strong.
that's super important that you fit all this into your day and with your business. That's awesome.
Well, that's what I was mentioning, like COVID. Like, I know COVID was such a horrible thing, and it's terrible, but the thing is,
It was.
put a real stop. It stopped to my life to make me realize, the things that are important, which was taking care of myself, going for that walk, doing that cardio, doing that training, and not having to be at every show that happens in LA or,
Right.
anywhere, actually.
Right.
Being able to say no, because saying no is also saying yes to yourself. Somebody told me that, but it's so true.
It's totally true. Yeah, it's totally true. And I've seen a lot of people burn out, give up, just kind of hate everything because they were just trying way too hard. And, I mean, if things are going to work out, they're going to work out. It doesn't matter if you're chasing the dragon
Yeah.
all day long. It might, maybe it's just not your time or your moment, but it will happen. So, yeah, I think it's so important to do that. Wow, this has been an amazing interview. Oh, my gosh. Is your family...
You're amazing.
Oh, thank you. And I'm sorry, Radioland Steph couldn't make it to the interview today. She had something come up, so I am talking with this nice lady, Raquel Figlo. She is a PR person for the entire United States, and you can see her at raquelfiglo.com. Tons of stuff there if you're an artist. I don't know if she's taking any more artists, but you can read all about her, and maybe she can at least give you a route to go through, or if you have a question, maybe she has a minute to answer. She's been great. Yeah.
Thank you. You know what? I'm actually a publicist worldwide. I have European clients.
Worldwide.
Worldwide, yeah. And I also offer a complimentary 30-minute consultation. This has actually worked really great for me because whether you're ready for a publicist or not, I will give you 30 minutes to answer any questions you may have.
That is great, you guys. So out there in Radioland, hey, if you're looking, she'll give you 30 minutes. That's pretty nice. And she's been doing this for quite a few years, even though she looks like she's 27. So.
You're like my best friend right now. I love it. Thank you.
Oh man, I tell you what, I have a daughter who's 31, and everyone tells me I look like her brother. So yeah,
Awesome.
I totally believe in you have to keep that balance in your life, and watch the substances obviously, and drink lots of water. And I think that's how I've been able to kind of I guess keep my looks or look younger, I guess. But yeah, oh wow, that is so great that you're doing all that. Well, hey, do you have any advice for the young women coming up, either in journalism or?
Love it. Yes, I do. So I'm going to tell kind of a little backstory to this. I recently got asked to write a little article for a book, for the Diamond Book, for this magazine called Inspired Magazine, which inspires women of all ages and backgrounds, to pursue their dreams or just be their best, right? Just to inspire.
Right.
And my article is called Just Say Yes. And it's kind of what we talked about all these random opportunities I got just meeting people at parties or whatnot. But you need to say yes, but not to everything, if it makes sense, or make it your own. If an opportunity doesn't sound like, something, but then you see something in it, and maybe everyone will tell you no, you need to make that decision and make it your own. Just like I knew taking that job at the Key Club, I would, I assumed I would meet people, and I went and I met people. I made sure I met people taking that opportunity. Was it the best choice? For me, it was. Did it look like it outside looking in? Maybe not, because it was an hour drive every single day, and beginning pay for someone who has their master's. I made that job what I wanted, and it paid off. So, anyways, for women, go and say yes to opportunities, and go out there and follow your dreams. I don't know a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm going to go be a publicist in heavy metal and rock. It is a very niche market,
right.
And the music industry is freaking hard. But if you're passionate about it and you love it, keep doing it. And I'm still doing it. I'm still growing.
Right.
So that is my advice to young women. And men, I mean, there's only two genders, men and women, right? So it's like, it's not a man's industry, it's our industry. We're all in this. We're all people. And that's how I take it.
Yeah, that's
so you're just as qualified. You are just as equal.
Yeah, I think that's great. Yeah, and the other thing that I think is also good, and you mentioned it, and it's been so important to me, a mentor or somebody somebody in your life who is smarter, wiser, and loves you enough to tell you the truth. I think having someone like that in your corner to tell you, like, hey, Raquel, you need to take it down a few notches. You're chasing, or hey, Will, hey man, you're looking bad, bro. You need to cut back a little bit on whatever it is. Not to be mean, but as a mentor, so you can say, oh damn, that's right. I respect. Yeah. That's right.
And you know what I just said? Not to be mean. No, be mean. Well, there's a lot of, what do they call that, snowflakes out there? We have to stop that. You have to tell people the truth. So anyways, I don't know, I just picked up on that part, but we have to definitely teach the young people, you're not perfect, but you can like strive to be better. How about that? But if someone says, hey, change your ways, don't take it like it's the worst, so devastating. Take it with a grain of salt and learn from it. I think everyone wants to think they're amazing. I don't even think I'm amazing. I keep trying. That's why I do these interviews too,
Right.
They're important for your career.
Right. And yeah, I'm so grateful that you took a few minutes to chat with us here at the Creepy Metal Podcast. Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so you guys out there in Radioland, men, women, young men and women, you're coming up, keep some balance in your life. Get a mentor, someone who knows a little bit more than you, someone wiser, smarter, and who cares about you enough to tell you the truth. I mean, that's so important. Yep. Totally. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today, Raquel. I appreciate that. And man, I still have oh my gosh, I have 20 more questions I have, and I know Steph's thinking of some. Yeah, if we could do a part 2, maybe I know Steph is really big on live video chat, so maybe we can schedule that for them.
I would love to. Yes, I will do total live stuff. I like being on camera and stuff.
Oh, awesome.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we have a studio in Van Nuys, or there's some clubs that we can get access to in SoCal. Maybe we can schedule something where we hook up a video camera, and then she could ask some of the more hard-hitting questions. I know I got a ton more, but thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll definitely come out there, and I'd love to meet her as well.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey, we are going to switch back to our topic today, and thank you so much.
Wow, that was such an interesting audio interview.
So you did the interview, so you get to tell a little bit. It was really great.
Yeah, Raquel, awesome. She was just so awesome to talk about her early upbringing. She went to journalism school. She got her master's degree. She did her internship at Interscope Records. Very cool. Working at the Key Club for nothing, and then meeting all kinds of people who helped her kind of become the person she is. I think that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have those Forrest Gump moments where you think, I'm doing this thing, but it won't turn into anything, and then, a couple of years later, then because you met this person at a lower end job, now you meet them later, and they can help you go to that next
Yep.
level. That was awesome to hear, and she had that happen to her multiple times. That was so
That's
cool.
called good karma.
That is really good karma.
So
Yeah.
she's a good person.
Right, and she's been doing this for, 20 years now, so
Yeah.
awesome. And she does stuff all over the planet. So not just in the U.S., she does it in Europe, she does it in Africa, she does it in Eastern Europe, everywhere. So all kinds of bands on her roster and artists that she works for. If you want to know more about her, like I said in the interview, go to raquelfiglo.com. And if you're looking for PR services for your artist,
Marketing and
for
everything.
marketing,
That's
she'll
great.
give you 30 minutes free. So
That's a great deal.
that's pretty good, man, because they're
And
they're
she's
pretty
good
pricey.
looking, so it's also easier to talk to someone on Zoom.
That is very true. Very
Yes.
true. Easy on the eyes. Okay, so now we're taking a look at the creepy stuff. Today we were looking at number stations. So a couple of weird things about number stations, you guys. It started during the Cold War, right? So after World War II. And these tend to be shortwave radio signals. And the thing about the shortwave radio signals, they can go all over the planet. And so they go out to space, come back down. They might hit another receiver, and that receiver pushes it, and it goes around the planet, right? Ooh, over there. Yeah, over there. Yeah. So anyhow, what's weird and strange is how these number stations sound. It's almost like ice cream truck music, right? Or like Tinkerbell music, or like a music box, right? Just weird, obscure.
I mean, maybe the UFOs love ice cream trucks like we do.
They maybe they do.
Achtung, 0, 3, 2, 4, 6, Steuerung 1, 6, 3, 8, 1, 4, 6. Three, 9, 7, 1, 5. 3, 9, 7, 1, 5.
Another thing that was really odd is that the government doesn't even acknowledge our own FAA, FAA doesn't even acknowledge number stations happen, but they do. Right? Yeah. So I played a couple for Steph. What did you think? What were your thoughts? Did you go?
Yeah, I was just baffled because I don't think it sounds like they're doing like flights, doing numbers. Or a couple times I heard people speaking, how they were talking. I thought they were truck drivers. When you go, 5, 7, 5, 5, we're going over here, we're going to do it. I kind of was thinking it was truckers. But I don't understand when you hear like an ice cream truck going, or just or so, it's kind of like, okay, I'm just not getting why they're acting serious, like they're talking seriously, not like me going like, yeah, we're going over here to 5, 5, 5, and 5, 5, 5, you know what I mean? Like, and I'd be cracking up. They're very serious.
Yeah.
And of course, it's not English. A lot of it, they said, are the Russian.
Yeah. A lot of number stations are coming from Russia, Cuba. And they've been going for since the 50s.
Yep.
Still going on.
Many moons.
Right now, you can listen to them, and it's weird because it's serious stuff, right? But then the voices are little kids' voices.
Yeah.
What is it?
How can you be serious?
Right. No, it's not paranormal, but it is freaking weird. Just odd.
What are the Russians really doing?
I don't know. That's the crazy part. I have no idea
That's
what
why
they're
all
doing.
the hot Russian girls are wanting to move. Yeah.
Maybe totally.
I can understand that.
I could see that. Yeah.
After hearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd want to be booking
Yeah.
America if that was like that.
Exactly. So what is your top 5? Hey, so if you guys got any, if you've heard number stations, what are your thoughts on that? Give a little drop. Let me know what you guys think. What do you got for your top 5 there?
Mine are about leather. Okay.
Your top 5 leather facts, or
Yeah,
your
so
top
of
5?
course I'm saying the leather facts would be always, everyone knows about women wearing leather. I mean, it's the same,
Assless chaps.
5 things. It's always like leather thongs, leather bra,
No.
leather jacket.
Wouldn't a leather thong hurt a little bit? Would that get chafy?
You don't,
You
well,
get
how
a
come
ye-
you know about it?
I've seen some. I've
Yeah,
seen
so
some things.
anyway, I said I'm picking what leather should men have, right?
Assless
and
chaps.
of course my mind is going thinking.
She likes assless chaps, guys.
I'm thinking, yeah. Well, we're not gonna say who in our band was
Wearing assless
promoting
chaps.
it.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking maybe they like leather socks or leather.
Leather
I don't know.
socks.
I don't know. So I said, well, wait a minute. We all know what we want women to wear on the leather. You know, the high boots.
Yeah.
You gotta wear the less of the, shorts, and then the top, and then the jacket. We all know the
Leather
5,
underwear,
all right?
though? I don't know about that.
Thongs, leather thongs.
Wouldn't that
So
get a little
I
chafy?
said, what about these men? Guess what this says?
All right,
It's
what do you
funny.
got? What do you got? What do you got?
Number 5, leather briefcase. So I'm going, okay, so, the men need to make money. Okay,
With
gotcha.
a leather briefcase?
Yes. Number 4 is leather boots, which, okay, now I get it. The cowboys all have to have them.
I have
now
those.
rocker
Yep.
dudes,
Got 'em.
guy do. I noticed that.
Yep, I got 'em.
that.
Yep,
But
yep.
this is where the killer is. I'm like getting excited because I'm thinking of, oh, yeah, they're wearing the boots. So the chaps without the ass. And so I was thinking, oh, that'll be number 3. Guess what they put down?
What about?
3 is leather dop kit.
What?
Or dope kit. Not
Leather
not smoking dope. It literally says organizing your grooming products, which comes to 2 that they literally go the second best leather for men. Leather beard comb holder. Like going, wow, did I not have this right? To number 1, what do you think?
Wait, don't tell me. Leather.
Jacket was what I thought.
Okay, no, I was gonna like a leather vest or a leather tie.
Leather vest. Nope. Leather razor case.
What?
I know. I didn't even know that razors come in leather
Who
cases.
made this list?
I just kind of thought you got it,
Yeah.
purchased the razor. But yeah, isn't that, so whoever came up with that
You need
really
some
baffled
help.
me.
You need some help, whoever.
I
figured it
know,
out.
there's no sex on that one.
There was, yeah. Well, that's great. Thank
What are
you.
your 5?
My top 5 are my top 5 movies from 1988.
Ooh,
Yeah.
88, huh?
Yeah, Steph wasn't quite born
Oh,
then.
88, baby.
Steph
So there
wasn't
must have
born.
been the best ones to pick that.
Yeah. So
Must
here.
have been a good year. Must have been
Well-
banging here, banging there, banging everywhere.
So according to Google, who doesn't lie, here are the top 5. Number 5, Twins. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. You ever seen it?
Oh, no. I didn't even hear of that one.
It
Was
okay.
it good?
It was pretty good. It was
Right.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. They were twins.
We'll
No.
just stay at that. Because they
Mhm.
don't look much alike.
Right, yeah. But they're twins.
Okay.
Number 4, Big. Tom Hanks. When he's a little boy, he wishes to the whatever this, and then he turns into a man.
Lovely. Isn't
Eddie
that
Dan-
usually what young boys become?
No. Maybe the ones you know. Ooh! Number 3, Coming to America. Eddie Murphy and
I remember hearing about that. Yeah, that'd be funny.
yeah, Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a
would
good
be
one.
funny.
The second one, not so much. But yeah, that was good. Number 2. All right, you guys. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Ooh.
Right.
Rabbit.
Yeah, that was good. Did you ever see that one? You ever saw
I
that one? That was okay.
I haven't watched it. I'm not a
Yeah.
big moviegoer, though. I'll give you that.
Yeah, Okay, and number 1.
Woo!
Number 1, you guys. Rain Man. Tom Cruise. Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was right
Awesome.
before Cocktail. Wasn't that before Cocktail? I forget what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who didn't make the list, you guys? Die Hard. Die Hard didn't make
I knew Die Hard.
Yeah.
I knew of that one.
Yeah.
So how could those 5 be more?
I don't
That's
know.
interesting why they chose those. You know what I mean?
I do remember Die Hard came out at the end of the year.
Oh, maybe.
And maybe Rain Man was before, so it got
Started in January. That's
Yeah,
understandable
yeah,
now.
yeah. And then maybe
'Cause
1989.
I'm thinking like, really? Because I don't remember any of these. But-
Yeah, because back then movies would stay in theaters for, months.
Actually went to a theater, right?
Yeah, and they
those
would
were the
actually have
ways.
theaters, right. And then Crocodile Dundee.
Oh,
That didn't
yeah, I
make it either.
did see that one. That was nice.
That was a good one, right.
Yeah.
And the second one was pretty good too.
Yeah.
So that's what happened, you guys.
That's what happened.
1988. So, hey,
Not
you got any parting words for this week? Anything that's coming up for you? Anything you want the crowd to know? People at home?
Don't hit road rage. Just rage away. Or call the cops.
Mine would be, you guys just be humble enough to make your relationships better if you can. It is not easy.
Yeah.
Or it is not easy for me. Maybe the rest of you guys is just simple, but
Well, what I always say is, it's glad that we're all different. You'd be bored if you were just you, all of us.
it's not easy.
Yeah.
So hey guys, stick to it, man. It
Yes,
gets easier.
definitely.
So you guys have a good week. We will see
Yeah.
you next week here, and then you're gonna see an interview with Miss Dilly Briggs. Ooh, coming up.
All
So be
right.
sure. All right, guys.
Do it.
We'll see you later.
All right,
Goodbye.
ciao.
Woo!